Hello everyone, and welcome back to Naysmith Gaming, where I give you both a game and a question to think about. We return to realMyst in the Stoneship Age, and our topic is going to be trust. First, the Stoneship Age book. Emmet was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the rocks because that's what they were, a group of sharp rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This was where Emmet lived. He enjoyed his life. Emmet would occasionally swim to nearby rocks, as it was never too far of a distance. One day, another person appeared on the rocks for no apparent reason to Emmet. Emmet named this new person Branch. Emmet and Branch quickly became friends, swimming and hunting for fish together after. Often, Emmet showed Branch the simple cave in which he lived on the largest rock. Soon, Branch discovered a place where he decided to live, also on the same large rock. The sun always shone brightly in their world, and the water was always dazzlingly clear, allowing them to see almost to the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys. A light breeze always came from the north and cooled the area down. One day, while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmet to find out what to call the new boy. Emmet said the boy should be called Will. Will was soon a part of the group, and all three of the boys swam and enjoyed their perfect world. At least that's the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmet, Branch, and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended, we were all becoming good friends. Today, the second day on this newly created age, a strange thing happened. It was not strange to me. The boys did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree on one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was a nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. Before going to sleep tonight, I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change in their world. They didn't understand, not that I expected them to. I still do not fully understand what happened today. As I was experimenting with the art, testing the limits of the rules as dictated to me by Father, I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. I thought everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat became gripped by the rock and broken in half. Although this test did not turn out as I had hoped, I now have answers for a few of the questions my father never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoying it anyway, and with that I am pleased. They have played on it all days. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying it from it. It is a much sturdier platform than the jagged rocks. In the course of my observations, I have learned some very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. I have made note of and named a number of constellations that pass above me. Also during the night, I catch glimmers of light from the horizon, which I have not been able to discover if it is created by some natural phenomenon, or by additional people on far-off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I rather suspect it is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will. The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to the light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavier rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. The rain has never fallen here until recently, as the boys tell me. I would like to discover why it is falling now. Regardless, I've decided to return home for a short while. I've also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light toward the horizon might prove my suspicions regarding additional inhabitants. They would be curious about the light and travel to discover its source, if they have the means. I've returned with many tools I will need for construction of the lighthouse. I decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I'll leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. We have worked 3 weeks on the lighthouse, and now are making great progress. The rock that we are building on seems to not be as secure as I would like. I've had to alter my plans slightly, but those alterations pose no real problem. The boys are quite strong and have been helping me immensely. I estimate construction will be done within 2 days. The lighthouse is finished, and we are all proud of our creation. The boys are amazed at the structure wrought from the rock with their own hands. That evening, we powered up the generator, much to the boys' dread at first, and shined a great light to the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the lighthouse, and in the morning awoke to observe the sunrise without my being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl. She was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmet was very pleased to meet the additional neighbors. I feel pleased to leave this age. I have set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art, that will have a more profound impact on this world than I could have ever written. I think of this age as a gift to myself that I'll wrap up and open someday in the future, only to discover that it's changed so much that it's indeed a surprise. Besides, I have yet another new age that awaits me. Seems I'm going to need some way to travel underwater in this new age, and so much planning is in order. It has been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stoneship age. Upon returning, I cannot believe the changes they have taken place. The original 3 boys have grown into adults, but there are many new faces I do not recognize. Branch told me that it has not rained for 7 years, and the cool breezes are back again. They are all very content, and have been serving me with new foods and showing me new materials they have discovered. It even seems they have found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms around the island. My lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition. It looks as if they have tried their very best to keep it so. And I have noted that the entire rock it was built on has sunk approximately 40 or 50 centimeters. After a wonderful visit with my old friends, I wonder aloud with them what things will be like here in another 10 years. And the constellations? So, time for us to travel to the Stoneship. The constellations correspond to that boat in that well, which correspond to this boat. The lighthouse he wrote about? The rock, most likely? And some walkways. Where shall we go? Where shall we land? You know, considering what Mechanical Age was like, raining when it... not raining when the book said it would be raining, and now this world is now raining, despite the fact that it's not supposed to be raining, something terrible has happened. Hey, this ship is flooded. This path is also flooded. See if we can see anything at the top. A whole bunch of nothing. Okay, the lighthouse is at 135. Also flooded. And blocked. And the key is on the chain, so I cannot do anything with it. Let's head to that umbrella. What's the right button do? Okay, I can only have one on at a time. Okay, nothing seems to have changed. See the lighthouse. Now it's sort of like a pump. And here we go. I can now head down. Okay. This chest was not previously accessible. Let's see. There's a block right here. This nozzle. What does it do? Open the nozzle, let water out. Let's unpump. So middle button empties the rock. And the chest is still down there. Let's see what went wrong. Ah, of course, the nozzle. Should it be locked now? Or should it be airtight now? Let's see what this one does. It appears to have emptied this. And it's so dark I cannot see. Let's just head to the lighthouse. And now the chest is here. Let's try the key. And it gives me another key. Seriously? A key locked in a chest. Well, let's see what's up here. Generator? Ah, power. See what that has done. This area is now lit, as is this area. Check. Oh, this area is still dark. Clearly we should go through the other area first. Okay, that should be plenty of power. Go through here. That looks promising. This one says blue. Let's go back up. And we see that they are connected. Let's return to this compass. 135, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. It's every 8 or 90 degrees. 180. 240. Wait, no. 270. Wait, 135. That's just halfway. So, in a few moments, once I get this puzzle solved, I'm going to explain why today's topic is trust. But it has everything to do with those pumps. Oh, I was doing 225. That explains it. I want the previous halfway marker. Two, three, four. And now the lights are on. Oh, they're both blue. Let's do it this way. This appears to be another fine room, so I presume it belongs to Sirrus. Maybe Achenar, concerning the poisons and the weapons. A red page. Never mind. It's definitely Sirrus' room. The fine cloths. Fine silverware and glassware. Oh, I can open these. And gems. Society wasn't that advanced in this. Yet he has gems here? Fine gems it is. Cut gems. Not just randomly found gems. Yep. And a pearl chain. I can't say that I approve of Sirrus' taste, mostly because it comes at the expense of everyone else who is here. Speaking of, where are Emmett, Branch, and Will, as well as all the others? Did they abandon this place? I see nothing on the horizon. I didn't see anything over there. Oh, now the lights are on. See if I can go through this ship. Yes, they are now on. So here's the thing: Sirrus and Achenar, they were living in in that area under the water. If the wrong pump was activated, then one of them would have drowned. They had to trust each other not to do that, despite their interactions of late indicating that they very much did not. So how is it that they were able to live there? We'll listen to him later. Now let's go for Achenar's page. Well, the page is right here in the open. A lot more austere, except for rib cage layout. Quite a few poisons, I'm guessing? Yep, definitely poisons. I mean, Achenar could... Actually, let's see what this is. Disturbing. He could simply be creepy, but otherwise harmless, except for that torture device back in mechanical. Marker switch. The vault is located at the island of to its very east. Instructions are followed. Each of the marker switch, turn every one on position. Then, as a final step, turn there to the something. Just some more basic maps. Tribal style paintings, I think. No, not paintings, masks. Sorry, painted masks. That's why I said paintings. Okay. That appears to be everything in his room, so let's just head back to his thing, to his book. This time, let's listen to Achenar first.
Good. Still more blue pages, you father. Bring more. I must have some more. That's all I ask of you. It's been so long since my brother, Sirrus, wrongfully imprisoned me within this book. Stupid schemes. Pretty speech. It's been greed, which is endless. It should be perfectly obvious to you. He's done evil and he has destroyed all before. Do not bring the red pages to him. You must not let him trick you. He tricked our father. Hideously murdered our father. He'll trick you. He'll murder you. Don't touch the red pages. I beg you to bring the blue pages. To me. Listen, you must obey me. Blue pages are my only hope. You must help me. You must help me.
And now, let's listen to Sirrus' side of the story.
Have returned. Additional page. Free from my prison on this forgotten of mist. I see that you are. I am called Sirrus. I need all the red pages. I know. Must search and bring 2 more of the red pages. I am released. I promise. Don't touch the blue pages. That is where my for my wicked brother, Achenar. He is a man of distorted mind and senses. He disgusts me. Do not release Achenar. Thirst for destruction is not never ending. Bring the red paper. Beg you, please release me from this prison. Promise you will be greatly rewarded. Must help me. Help me.
Alright everyone, that's about a wrap for today, but first let's go cover what they just said. Achenar says that he was tricked, that Sirrus killed Atreus, and that Sirrus is greedy, without end. Sirrus says that Achenar is sick and twisted, has a thirst for destruction, and Sirrus also promises a reward. That Sirrus is greedy is self-evident from his homes, and Sirrus appears to be speaking the truth about Achenar regarding his thirst for destruction, considering all those poisons and weapons we've seen. I can't say I like either of them that much. But in order to figure out what happened, I must continue forward, and in order to escape the silence as well. So, returning to the topic of trust. Which one of them might be more trustworthy? Either of them? None of them? And how was it that they were able to coexist in Stoneship Age, despite their blatant distrust of each other? Achenar says that Sirrus tricked them, in which case, why wouldn't Sirrus have tricked him on Stoneship Age and just flooded the place? However, if Achenar is that twisted for destruction, then why didn't he simply attack and kill Sirrus ages ago? Food for thought. This is the Naysmith signing off.